Just had some walkers go by. Just finished that. No disc golfers to that side. No more walkers, no more excuses. Up next, we've got the Arrows F86. I just did a range check, 360 range check, passed flying colors with my AR-620 internal receiver plane. Archery guy is over there resting. So I was going to warm up on the Marlin, but it's funny, man. I just had the Marlin in the garage fixing the aileron, and everything worked fine. I never even touched the fan, and the fan wouldn't work when I got out here. I see some people coming, but we'll get the Maiden over with. And we got a slight breeze, not much of a wind really, so I'm gonna throw it underhand. Nervous? You bet. Let's go flying. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Piece of cake. Feels good on the trims. Keep our speed up. Slow her down. Let's bring her back over here. Get her back in this county. Oh yeah, tosses like a piece of cake. In fact, I don't even know what I got on as far as the gyro. I don't think I have anything on. I'm not going to mess with the switch. I know I don't have it on the safe mode. In fact, I don't know what I got. Ooh, big floaty turn. It's all right. Let's get her in the box. It's flying great so far. No trim. I didn't have to move any of the control surfaces. I checked them all, but I didn't move any. It's just a Maiden, so I'm just going to fly it around. Get a hang on her. I'm shaking. I don't know why. I just have the ASX on. I just checked my switch and it's down. Like I said, nothing special on the Maiden. Just gonna fly her around, get a handle on her. Got a walker coming. So we'll keep her down low, keep her away from the back path, unless he crosses over. I don't want any. We're allowed to fly at this park, and I want to keep it that way. Kind of let it drift in that turn.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Whew, still a little nervous. Breeze is picking up, but we can make that work for us for a landing. In fact, we're going to get a landing now. We'll check the battery. Took right out of my hand on the toss though. Let's get a turn in. Start bleeding speed. Man, it coasts really well. Get our speed up so we don't crash in the turns. Stall, no stalls.
30 seconds.
And we're going to land for real this time. Start slowing down just a little, speed it up a little bit. Up there. Start slowing her down. We're going to land. I should land right about my feet. Keep it away from the rack. Oh man. Oh man. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. That's all I can say, man. Whew. Whew. That's probably all said and done. All said and done, it's probably about a, well, I don't know, not much of a wind, 3-5 miles an hour is all. Whew. Wow, there's the Maiden in the books. I might want more elevator. I'll have to check and see. I set it up kind of conservatively, and I'm flying on my high rates, and I think my high rates might have been about 80, 85 on the elevator. Could use a little more elevator maybe, so I can snap it a little easier. But there you have it, man. There's the Maiden flight. Let's put it on the stand here and we'll talk about it. And I'll show you what I did to protect the servos, because the Arrows planes have got an exposed bottom for the servos, and one of my servo protectors snapped off, which I suspected they may. But whew, yeah, I had one right there glued in right there. It popped off. The other one stayed on though right there, just to help protect them. I think I'm going to go to plan B. Plan B is to take the fuel tanks and cut them down and use those for slides to help protect the servos on the end. But it went well. Maiden went crackingly well. You can hear the ASX going. It's not ASX, but the gyro. It's just gyro. And we'll shut the gyro off.
Off.
That's off. And then
Gyro.
here's their safe mode. And when you check the deflection, you want to check it with it on the gyro.
Off.
But I've yet to have one of these arrows with the vector be wrong. There's where I put my battery, my 2200. The CG marks are 130 to 140. I put that mark at about in the center of the CG marks, and it was perfect. You see I got the battery not quite even with the servo horn on the servo for the steering wheel, but it went well. Eric EQ RC, he put together a build video. The only thing that's kind of tricky about building, it's not even that tricky, it's just that hang on a second, we put the radio down, put this down. Okay, right here you have 3 servo connectors that you got to shove up into this area right here. So you just got to gently poke them up there as you're putting the horizontals and the vertical stabs, as you're putting those on to get there's 3 screws. There's one here, one on the other side, one right here. And you have to poke your aileron. You have to poke your aileron and rudder, your ailerons and flap leads up through these holes in the side, which aren't very hard. You can make a little getcha wire. I didn't even need that. I just poked them down till they showed and grabbed my forceps and just pulled them out. And then I stuck my AR 620 internal antenna receiver right there. And I was kind of worried about, when I did the range check, anything from this direction back here, but I was able to do a 360 in range check and I never lost signal, so I knew it would be good. And there you have it, man. I'd say it was a successful Maiden, a beautiful plane. I think it's different. It feels like different foam than what's on the Marlin, and I wanted to get a Marlin flight in. But like I said, something's up with my fan. My fan's not working. So, and I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch the fan. And I swear I ran the fan when I was fixing the aileron. But just something happened between, like Tuesday in the garage hangar, and coming out to fly. But there you have it, man. There's your Arrows F86. I'm probably going to crank my throws a little bit and then check my battery for usage. I think it was a good Maiden. Let's see what I flew for.
Timer cleared.
I hit the clear button. That's what I usually do. But it was almost full 3 minutes of flight. So I'll be kind of curious to see what the battery is. And we'll go back to the hangar or back to the car. Okay, it's about what I'd expect on the battery usage. I didn't really fly full throttle much, but 54%, and then sales I got 3/8. But there you go, 54%. So I'm probably going to leave it on 3 minutes. I'll probably put it on. I fly my Marlin at 3.5, so that's probably what I'm going to fly on this. Is 3.5. Let's go ahead. Set this out of the way. Let's get the radio up here. It was real easy setting the vector up. Of course, I just went ahead and did one aileron one flap and a normal tail. And then, let's see. Let's go to system setup. Boom. And I connected the gyro and the gear. I put it in channel 5, the gear, and I signed it to this switch right here. That's gyro, the gyro on in, you know, just ASX mode. What's ASX mode? The center position's off, and the front position is where it's kind of like the safe mode, where it really limits your throws. I've never flown anything in that. I fly mostly off or on. It doesn't really matter. It just barely moves. But there's the setup. That's how it was set up. And that's the Maiden. This is Jeff at the park, man. We're at Eastgate Park. And it's busy. It's kind of busy. We got walkers and a few disc golfers. There's not as many disc golfers anymore. There's a new park, or a new disc golf course they put on a park on the other side of the Townsend Enterprise. And people like it better. My sons, they disc golf, and you know, like this is number 3 now, the Fort Rucker and the new park. The new park is a better disc golf. They have multiple ramps and everything. But Tico's at the dog park. Jeff's in the sun. We had the arrows F86 in the sun. We had fun. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming part of Team Let's Go Flying. This is Jeff saying, I want